What's going on, family? I want to do something different because I usually do shorts. I just want to talk. I want to talk a little bit about forgiveness, and I truly feel I did not make a full stride into my faith and even to being a mature adult until I learned how to forgive. Um, for many people, it takes them years to learn how to forgive people and to let go of whatever they're carrying, right? And to let go maybe of all the feelings that they feel towards whatever that is, whether it be anger, hurt, sadness, depression, um, stuff that is not safe to carry. And a big part of that for me was like with my faith with God and learning to trust Him to take that burden away. And that part is hard, right? So let me share, hopefully in a couple minutes, a little video of just a little testimony of how I learned to forgive, how I learned to let go, and how I learned to love and just to do what God wants me to do, right? So growing up, a little bit about my life. My mother, one of the best women in my life, strongest woman that I know, right? Hardworking woman. Like, I just respect my mom so much. She became, pregnant at an early age, and growing up in a Latino household, right? There are certain things that you got to do, right? And the old school mentality, a lot of it is, that's frowned upon. Needless to say, her dad got found out, disowned my mom, and pretty much called her every name in the book. So me growing up, hearing how her dad, my grandpa, right, treated her, of course I had some resentment, anger towards that. Of course I felt angry, even hatred. I don't like to say hatred. Life has a funny way of working. God has a funny way of teaching you something, right? If you let Him. And my grandpa ended up having stage 4 terminal cancer. Tumor like in his stomach, the top and the lower part of his stomach. He couldn't eat, he couldn't live. And one day my mom calls me and tells me, like, I don't think he's gonna make it. I want you to be there with me. Can you go with me, right, to my grandpa's house? And I remember getting there struggling, and I was like, man, like, I hate this guy. And to this day, I don't ever wish hatred on nobody. That's a strong emotion. And I'm searching. I'm praying to God. I'm like, God, I don't know what to say. Speak for me, because I don't want to speak to him. And I remember getting there into the room, and this breaks my heart. Seeing him emaciated, on his last breath, looking like death, literally. And at that moment, it broke me. I'm like, I can no longer hate this person. I can no longer have these emotions. And in that moment, I held his hand and I told him, you know what? I love you. I forgive you. All these things that I have in my heart, I forgive the mistakes you made with my mom. And I know I would want to be somebody that is forgiven, and I forgive you, and I love you truly. And I remember praying with him, and I just remember the thing that sticks with me the most is I think that's something that he wanted to hear, because I remember a tear going down his eye, and it's like almost like a relief. And in that moment, I realized, like, forgiveness, no matter how hard it is something that we need to do, something that God wants us to do. And if you can't forgive somebody that has hurt you in your life, you can't live your life, because they always have a part of you. So hopefully this video gets to somebody. I know it's a long video. I pray it gets to somebody, even if it gets a couple views. I love you guys. Love you, family. Remember, stay smart, love often, laugh often, and be kind to others. Bye, guys.